Okay, so I'm supposed to be doing a video for my publishing company, for them to use on the website that they are building me. And I thought it would be good to talk a little bit about some of my views as an author and what I believe in as an author. And so that's what I'm going to do here, is talk about that. Hang on. Sorry, Corbin was crying. I was trying to figure out what was wrong with him. So anyways, he's very distracted. Well, let's talk about one of the experiences I had. I wanted to publish some naked pictures in some of my books. I like to do modeling. There's all kinds of models. I like hand modeling. I've done foot modeling. Just different kinds of modeling. And, there's all kinds of movies with, very graphic scenes and stuff. And there's pornography all over Facebook and all over Instagram. A lot of people don't believe it's there, but actually it is. And if you like it, you'll get more of it. But if you report it or you complain, you don't get it anymore. And it all works with the algorithms too, but also I think they intentionally kind of filter it out from people that are reporting it and stuff. So it's all over Facebook. I tried to join a few dating groups, and there were all kinds of women in those dating groups on the Facebook, and you see everything. One woman was sitting on a chair with her legs spread, and you could see her clitoris, and she had a sweater on, but you could see her clitoris hanging over the chair. So it's all over Facebook. It is there, and it is allowed, but they say it's not allowed, and it's against community standards, and to make everybody happy, and then they filter it out. So if you're one of the ones that don't like it, then they make it so you can't see it, so you can't keep reporting it. But anyways, so I wanted to do that because I'm very proud of my body. I have nothing to hide. I have nothing ashamed of. I've always wanted to start a nudist colony, and I do believe in the natural way, and all bodies are beautiful, and you see a lot worse than just a beautiful picture. I'm not into porn. I don't ever do porn. I don't do cyber texting, none of that stuff. I ain't into that. I don't like to share my sexual energy with a lot of people, or my body with a lot of people, like physically, sexually with a lot of people. But I do not mind images, whether it's art, like actual photographs, art, of your boobs or a vagina or a tattoo, or, people get them all the time. And, the ancient Egyptians had, they would have probably had murals of photographs if they had photography back then, but what they had was drawings on stones, and, they had all kinds of sex positions on the stones. I even seen where they found a dildo, an ancient artifact, and it was a dildo, and it looked just like a penis. So, sex is a topic that people, they call it America's dirty little secret, but it's not America's dirty little secret anymore. It's really not. And, so I wanted to put these pictures in my book, and I was told if I did that Amazon would not accept it. They would not approve it for publishing. And then, in addition to that, they would probably blacklist me and not sell to me anymore, which is against my religious views, because I'm a spiritualist. So I believe, religiously that, God created the body. There's even scripture. He says, let her breast, I can't even remember it now. I just drew a blank. It just left my mind, but there's a scripture about letting her breast do something for you. So anyways, Adam and Eve were born here naked, and We're going to leave, we come here naked and we're going to leave the world naked. We're not taking our clothes with us, all right? So the clothes are man-made, the bodies are God-made, right? The clothes are man-made. God didn't make these, all right? He didn't make our attire, so there's nothing natural about clothing. Sometimes you got to wonder if they don't put things in your clothing, you know, that would, that might be toxic to your body or something, you know. They putting stuff in our food, and, you know, you got to wonder about that, right? So, you know, but anyways, so I was told I couldn't do that because then they would probably blacklist me and I wouldn't be able to sell any books through them. Which is there no other companies? I mean, how do Playboy, you know, print out their things? How is it that you have Sex and the City where, you know, Charlotte had an art gallery and she had images of her vagina displayed in the art gallery, you know, and you look all over the internet and they've got all these art photos all over Facebook where they do, and then they have nude photos allowed of women in tribes from other countries, but because we're American we can't be nude. They can do it because they're not from them. It's not right. It's not right. And the way this whole world and the mindset is on nudity, it needs to stop. Our bodies are not dirty and people need to stop treating them like they're dirty. It needs to be body positivity all the way around. Big bodies, little bodies, old bodies, I don't care. Body positivity, period. And so I wanted to lead the way with that, with, you know, showing some of my body. Are there no other publishing companies? Does Amazon have the monopoly on printing? How can they do that? How can they decide not to publish your book? Because they own it? Well, somebody needs to, like, buy them out. Buy the company out and change the damn rules or something. Because, let me tell y'all something. If it's about protecting children, okay, then that's out, because children have phones and, you know, parents play things on their phones and they're not supervising the phones, and kids have access to everything on the internet anyways, okay? If it's about, it's like these people that are doing tarot readings right now, they can't even show a card if it shows any nude part, and most of those nude parts are art. They're actually like painted images with, you know, where you can see a woman's breast and her thing. Those are in galleries and on the internet and on the TV, and your children have access to TV. That stuff's everywhere. Why is it not allowed on my personal Facebook account, which is my personal account? Yes, Facebook created it and owns it, but I also have rights to it. That's like my personal property, my house property. You know what I mean? That's like you come and trespassing in my property. If you come to my house, you're going to see me naked. You don't want to see me naked, don't come to my house. You don't want to see me naked, don't come to my Facebook. Why can we not moderate, administrate ourselves and be adults about this? Why is everybody acting like stupid little children? That's what I want to know. Because you don't have to look. If you don't like it and you don't want to see it, close your eyes. Move on to the next Facebook page. Unfollow me, block me. Why is it that Facebook has to babysit us and create rules and policies that keep us from being able to do what we want with our bodies on our accounts? Our accounts, we own those in our own sense. That is, you know, call it squatters' rights, call it possession, because that account is in our possession with our password, our name, on our phones and in our access. That's ours. So we got to have some rights here that protect us more, to allow us to be who we are. Okay? Those books are my books and it's my body. As long as the front cover isn't it, that Amazon would, you know, when they go to sell it, they would be like displaying it, then why is it an issue that it's inside the book? Why do I have to be treated like I have children when I don't? There's tons of families in this world. They raise their children their way. They have their own parenting styles. Some believe in the natural way and they're teaching them, you know, 3 and 4 years old, they're telling them where babies come from. Some parents want to wait till they're 14 and 15 before they tell them where babies come from. Okay, everybody has parenting styles, okay? Some parents aren't against cussing, some parents are. Everyone has parenting styles. I don't have children. Why do I have to be on PG-13 time, parental guidance time, because other people have children? It's not my job to live my life, my liberties, my freedoms around other people's children. I'm supposed to be free in the land of the free, and I have rights. And I'm not allowed to have these rights because, oh, a child might see? If you buy my book and I put a new photo in there, why don't you, if you have a child that doesn't want your child to see, just cut the image or tear the image out of the book? If the library doesn't want a child to see, why not just tear the image out of the book? Okay, it's not like a movie that's been made, okay, where you can't, tear the scene out, all right, which, you could maybe, go over, you can't edit it, so there's copyrights and you can't, make your own version of that, but they do that. They have PG versions of that and PG versions of music where they cut the cuss words out of a PG version. So why can't they do that with books? Why can't Amazon have a rule where I'm going to add, I have to say that this book is PG-13, rated R, XXX. I have to put that with the sales of each of my books. Why not that? And the front cover cannot be anything violent, graphic, etc. because Amazon doesn't want to be associated with displaying that. But what's inside the book cannot be seen on Amazon. You see what I'm saying? That will be seen by the buyers when they buy the book. And we will have a PG-13, rated R, XXX, violence, graphic violence. There's a lot of books that are very, explicit and graphic with its wording on sexual content, romance novels, different stuff like that. Why is it people are so uncomfortable with evolving to having pictures that represent those scenes? What's wrong with people? Why are people so childish and controlling, like Hitler, just like a bunch of Hitlers out here? Everybody's got to do it the same way, same time, have blonde hair and blue eyes, and it's a freaking concentration camp. I can't even get my own book published with my own content and do what I want with my own body because a child might see. Rip the page out. Rip the page out of the book. It's not that hard to monitor the content that comes in your home. Don't buy the book if it says it's rated R. Don't buy the book if it says it's rated X because you've got children in your home. Amazon's the only one that prints. Because I just want to know, because we've got you've got Playboy, you've got other modeling magazines, you've got comic books that are about graphic violence. You had images like Betty Boop and Jessica Rabbit, but you can't get more nude than that. It's childish. People need to grow up, and it's time to evolve. And it's just time to evolve and grow and expand so that we can all be more authentically ourselves and who we are and do what we like and do what we want and be who we are. I would rather a woman make money selling books, showing some skin, than be out here selling drugs to make money, be out here being a prostitute, getting STDs and spreading STDs to make money. If the worst thing that a woman does to make a book sell is put a naked picture in it, baby, I'm down. I'm down for it. Do it. Allow it. Because it will sell better. Because, sorry, but here's the truth. Sex sells. It does. Nudity sells. Violence sells. It's the sinner's world. It's Satan's world. And it's meant to be. God allowed it to be. This is for Satan's time on this earth. So whoever's trying to do this, they need to back off and let people publish what they want to publish in their own books. They need to loosen up on the rules a little bit. And nobody should have a monopoly on printing. So if Amazon's got the monopoly, that's an issue. And I'm not trying to attack Amazon, believe me. I love Amazon. I buy from them. I'm getting published on there. I'm just saying that it is time for change. I'm not even saying they're wrong. I'm saying it's time for change. It's time to evolve. It's time to grow and expand and, loosen up on the rules and stop trying to, be a concentration camp and tell people what to do with their bodies and their books and their content and their, Facebook pages and stuff like that. This is how I believe. This is what I want to inspire as a celebrity and a public figure. I want to encourage people to loosen up on these rules and stop seeing bodies as such a dirty, negative thing. Sex can be dirty. It can be bad. It can be nasty. It can be so many things, but it doesn't have to be. It's all in how you choose to look at it and think about it and the way that you choose to believe about it. It's your own dirtiness, your own mind that makes it dirty. It doesn't have to be that way. It can be a beautiful thing. Nudity can be a beautiful thing. It's art. It's God's artwork. It's not something to be ashamed of. So I hope to inspire these kinds of changes within the publishing community, because it's already been changed within music, within the radios, within TV systems, and I want to see it change for publishing companies, because I am a publisher, and that's what I want to be able to inspire and have change. So thank you for listening, and I should be having some more videos soon. And I love you guys very, very much, and thank you for just being you. So thank you.